Morning, morning, morning. My name is Damage, and this is episode 2 of my fishing vlogs. As you can tell, probably by the noise. Hopefully, it's not that bad. I'm at Holywell in Eastbourne, in Sussex, and after Sunday's fishing session at the harbour, I decided to go further adrift. The YouTuber Eastbourne Fisherman said on one of his videos that the area that I'm in at the moment is a good place to fish. So I'm basically following what he tells me to do, or what he suggests. He did also suggest using, they call it a top water lure, which basically means it floats. So I had a rummage in my kit. I don't know if you can see that. This has got a little plastic bill that makes it jig about. Looks like a fish, got a treble on it, and it's got a rattle in it to make itself more attractive. I'm currently using a Shimano reel with braid and I don't know how many foot it is. It's not very long. Maybe I think it's a metre and a bit. Stalking rod from it was an Intermarché special, €12 from the supermarket in France, and I caught every fish I caught in France. I caught on that rod, so it's kind of a lucky charm. As you can tell, or maybe not, I'm not holding the camera with my hands, so it's a little bit more sturdy. I've managed to secure myself a GorillaPod. People who don't know what a GorillaPod is, it's a tripod with very posable legs. See if I can show you what a leg. Yeah, basically a tripod with these ball hinge mechanic joints on, and I'll be taking that with me every time I go fishing. It seems to be doing the biz. It's very light. I'm currently let me just get this off. I'm currently in a cave. Not necessarily a cave. It's a little shield as a waterfall. Don't know if that's in focus. So I can't even tell if that's in focus. There's a waterfall behind me, and the sea over there. So I am outside. It's not a green screen, and yeah, no joy currently. I've only been fishing for about 2 hours. I'm still learning or teaching myself how to sea fish. Everyone that I listen to, everybody I read, everybody I watch suggests different times of day, different times of night, different for different species, which that's just fishing for you. The time where I would expect to be able to catch fish, let me see if I can put a little bit near my face. That's it. A time when I would expect to be able to catch more fish would be when the tide is neither going in or out and it's just flat. Mill pond flat, that's the term, I think. But that's That's very weather dependent, and it's very sort of time of day dependent. I don't know when that consistently flat water is, whether it's every day. I don't know. Again, this is all the high tide, low tide guides that I see. They don't say the sea is completely still at this time. So maybe it is a weather thing, I don't know. Because the tide's going out at the moment. And I'm not coming back at quarter past 8 to see if there is a flat period. I'm also not doing the fishing in the technique that the guys that I watch would suggest. They, from what I can tell, they tend to leave their rods set up, ready to go, bait out, bail arms out, and they just sit there waiting for it. So it's very carp fishing, as I might have mentioned in my previous episode, but I'm very used to, well, I've done a lot of coarse angling where you bait up, have a float, and you just leave it and you watch. But I've also done a fair bit of spinning for predators. So I'm kind of reverting to type to see what works. I mean, currently I doubt there is a fish in this. I don't know what it's called. Is it a swell or just the rolling of the waves? I don't think there'd be a fish in that for at least 100 meters, and I haven't got a dinghy or a board or anything to sort of take myself out there. So yeah, it's very, I won't say it's hit and miss, it's very, I don't know, is it trial and error? I think it would be considered trial and error. I've not seen, it's a stupid place to see if I can put it here. I've not seen too much rubbish, like plastic rubbish, on the beach. So this part of Eastbourne, I say that I haven't seen a bit of rubbish, but there's a bit of a car down there. Just, it's been there for a while. It's really, really rusted. But I haven't seen any bottle tops, and I haven't seen any old tyres, and I haven't seen any shoes or beach toys or whatever it is. But I have seen lots of mollusks and limpets and seabirds. So that's always a good sign, I think. Yeah. I don't really know what to say. I just got to keep trying, keep at it. The lakes that I was at in France, the first lake, was a very small, well-stocked lake, and the fish, they were trained to food. So it had carp, roach. What else did it have? A few species of carp, lots of roach, and they would, when we would feed the ducks, the fish would all
come to the surface, and so catching fish there was really easy. So much so that I'd go through there for a couple of hours on a Sunday, and I'd have 7 to 9 within my first 2 hours. Not massive. I hadn't really worked for the big carp. But the second place, I had a few. It was a bigger place. The lake hadn't been fished as much, so the fish were less pressured, and there was some massive carp, which I had a few, not many. But then winter came and they just basically shut down. So all I could do was pre-feed them for the upcoming season. But because I made an exit from France this season now, being private lake, I could do what I want within reason. I didn't get to fish there, but other than going out into the sea on a boat, I don't really know if I want to do that. You might wonder why would you want to do that? And I haven't really got a good reason why I wouldn't want to do that. I think maybe it's not accident prone in the water, but there is a very conscious knowledge of one's limits when it comes to water, and I don't particularly want to start paying unnecessary fees and tickets and all that type of shit just to go and fish like man has been doing for hundreds of thousands of years, but only now I have to pay. I'm not interested in that sort of thing. So basically I've just got to suck it up and get good if I'm not going to pay a guy to take me out in his wee boat to the place where all the fish are. But that is something I've got to deal with, as opposed to, it sounds like an Adam problem as opposed to a you problem. There is a stretch of river basically to the left of my house. That doesn't help anybody who wants to go there, but I will talk about it when I do a video out there. And it's owned by a club, but because it's so near, my previous comments about paying for things is not so triggered by this club, by this location. If it was the club to the right of my house, which the waiting list to join that club is 2 years, you just think maybe, I mean, do people fish there constantly, or just people go there at weekends? Why not let more people in, generate more business? The fish are already pressured. I don't know. I don't know why. Really don't know why. But yeah, I'm out of the house. That's the main thing. Haven't caught anything. Haven't had any bites. Got my lure stuck a few times, but that's to be expected. But yeah, it's a nice day. I think the weather is only going to get nicer. I think Thursday's going to rain, or it says it's going to rain. But I might stick closer to home on Thursday. But I think that will do it for now. That's 15 minutes. My name's Damage. If you like what I do, please like, share and subscribe. Hit that notification button. Face plant your head on the keyboard. Write words in the comment section. And thank you everybody for watching. Good energy, all that type of shit. And stay hydrated.